Fox has just announced that Bill O'Reilly is out, saying, quote, after a thorough and careful review of the allegations, the company and Bill O'Reilly have agreed that Bill O'Reilly will not be returning to the Fox News channel. Of course, this follows the boycott of over 50 advertisers of the O'Reilly Factor after a New York Times report of sexual harassment allegations and the report that Fox and O'Reilly together spent about $13 million to settle those allegations from 5 different women. So the story has concluded as expected. In the wake of all those boycotts, Fox has decided that he will not be returning to his top-rated cable show. Guys?
All right. Julia, stick around. We want to bring in James Dix, who's a senior analyst at Wedbush. He covers Fox. James, what impact, if at all, financially does this have on the company?
Near term, obviously, it's the ad revenue, just because the fees are locked in, and Fox News still gets most of its revenue from fees, right? So you're not going to see a near-term impact there. Advertising, they probably already suffered a little bit due to the advertiser boycott. Not a big near-term impact, but there will be some.
Does this signal that the younger Murdochs are effectively running the company?
I think that Fox has tried to signal that for a while now by giving him the C-level spots.
Right, but it was talked about that Rupert was behind, Rupert Murdoch was behind O'Reilly, and the children were not.
Yeah. Well, of course, Roger Ailes, who hired Bill O'Reilly, is gone. So I think that was probably an important part of
I just wanted to update the stock too. 21st Century Fox down 0.2%, so not a huge reaction here, because I think we do have to remember, amidst all the other stuff that's going on, Bill O'Reilly is 67 years old. Just fair disclosure, I used to work at Fox News and Fox Business, and Bill O'Reilly's literally a towering figure inside the company. He was very tall, but he ran sort of his fiefdom. He's 67. So it wasn't as if he was going to go on forever. From an investor perspective, should we say, okay, this is going to be a big headline, but the plan was probably already in place at some point?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a fair point. Given his age, and also just given the fact that the schedule has strengthened around him over the years. 5 years ago, this would have been a bigger deal because he towered over the rest of his shows more in terms of ratings. If you look at the other shows that are on the schedule around them now, they're closer to where he is. So I think to some extent, the fact that given his age, they knew that there was a transition. They built out a schedule around him. I think that makes it easier for investors to
Some people have looked at the Megyn Kelly situation and said, look, everybody thought she was so important. Right. They put in Tucker Carlson. Guess what? His ratings are even better.
Can I weigh in?
Is it possible that Bill O'Reilly, the same happens there? I mean, is the platform stronger than he is, or is he stronger than the platform?
I mean, the real test would be if he went off and did something else to compete against them. Because at the moment, if he leaves and exits, where do his core fans go? If they don't have an obvious place to go, that leads to less of a negative impact for Fox.
How many executives are picking up the phone right now and calling Bill O'Reilly's agent and saying, the minute he's available, we'd like him? After he goes out to his, whatever, it's his...
CNN doing it? I doubt it. I mean, there's not that many places which have a format right now with full distribution in the cable network universe which can pick up that phone and say, hey, we've got an equivalent platform.
Hold on. Julia's got more information. Julia.
Well, I just think it's worth noting here that O'Reilly's show generated the highest revenue, the highest ad revenue of any of the shows on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News. So even though there is, a lot of reasons to believe that those ad dollars will be reallocated elsewhere on Fox, I do think it's still worth noting what a powerhouse he was for Fox News. I mean, with the exception of everything that's happened since the boycott, I mean, he was generating, according to Kantar Media, $325 million in ad revenue for Fox News between 2015 and 2016. And he really sort of helped sustain and focus that lineup. So he was the centerpiece in a lot of ways for that lineup and helped create a very strong lead-in for some of the other shows on the network. So even though a lot of those ad dollars probably will be reallocated, this comes on the heels of a massive transformation of Fox News over the past year. It wasn't just Roger Ailes and Megyn Kelly were out. We also had Greta Van Susteren and Gretchen Carlson. So there's been a huge amount of turnover at the network.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.